Well, Jonathan and Allison, construction workers were clearing this area for new pipes when, unfortunately, one of those workers found himself buried under a pile of mud in a 12-foot trench. Emergency responders rushed into action on Crescent Road on Wednesday afternoon around 12:30 when a worker found himself trapped in a trench.
For whatever reason, collapse of the trench they were working in occurred. He was covered actually up over his head with dirt.
As each hour passed, spokesman Mark Brady watched as Prince George's County fire crews worked diligently to save the man whose co-workers had cleared the dirt surrounding his head so that he could continue breathing. Throughout the process, Brady shared updates on social media.
We're now in the 4 o'clock hour. Patient does have an IV started, so he is getting fluids. He's hooked up to an EKG. This is a 5:30 update. Rescue efforts continue.
More than 5 hours later, the man was removed from the trench and transported to a hospital with serious injuries. He's expected to survive his injuries thanks to help from emergency responders. Did he say anything when he was pulled out?
He was grateful. He went through a series of emotions. I think we're fortunate that he was able to survive.
The construction worker, who is in his 50s, sustained mostly injuries to his lower body. A representative with OSHA was here throughout the rescue efforts. Live in Greenbelt, Annalisa Gale, ABC 7 News.
Okay, a good outcome there, Annalisa. Thank you. Meanwhile, 7 is on your side with a health alert tonight, and doctors have diagnosed someone at La Plata High School in Charles County with tuberculosis. The county health department has not said if the person is a student or a faculty or staff member. Health officials, though, are working with the school district to identify anyone who may have been exposed. Those who have will be notified and tested at no cost.
Well, this was scary about the lunch hour. A lot of people standing around seeing this happen, too. A food truck bursting into flames right on the GW campus. 3 people were burned when the falafel truck ignited. One of them is in critical condition. Tim Barber is joining us live with the very latest on this investigation into the cause of what happened. And you're also hearing from a witness tonight, Tim.
Absolutely, and this is kind of food truck row here right along 8th Street, and I actually spoke to the person who was in that truck. He didn't want to talk on camera, but you could see just where that truck burst into flames here.
Literally still, till this hour, still smell the tar and stuff like that.
Matt Dang was in his food truck when the one in front of him burst into flames.
We were scared. We were concerned about our livelihoods, and we were concerned about the people that were on the truck.
DC Fire and EMS says the falafel bus caught on fire around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The 3 workers inside were rushed to the hospital. At last check, one of them is still in critical condition. Tonight, the investigation is ongoing, but at this point, officials believe the fire may have been caused by a faulty gas line.
It was completely engulfed in flame. It was really surreal.
Students at George Washington University say it was one of the most popular food trucks on campus.
I feel really bad, and my thoughts and prayers are out for their families.
Tonight, some students say they're already starting to raise money to get the falafel bus and its employees back up and running.
As long as everyone's okay, that's the primary concern for everybody for the most part.
A little good news to report tonight. Those students have raised more than $5,000 for the food truck. The patient, as soon as we get an update on the patient's condition, we'll let you know right away. Reporting live in Northwest Washington, Tim Barber, ABC 7 News.
And now we have some breaking news tonight out of Frederick County, where Maryland Natural Resources tells us a woman was attacked by a bear. It happened on Iron Gate Lane in Frederick. The woman suffered several puncture wounds and was taken to Meredith Hospital in Hagerstown. Stay with ABC 7 and WJLA.com. We'll have updates on this story as soon as we get them.
All right, skies are beginning to clear out after the showers we had earlier this afternoon. Nighttime lows will range from the 40s inside the Beltway. We'll see upper 30s the further west you go. Now, tomorrow looks fantastic. Grab the sunglasses, a light jacket early on for a cool start to the day, but highs well above average for this time of year, anywhere between around 60 and 65 degrees. Warmer temperatures on the way for Friday, and then a strong cold front late Saturday. I'm going to give you the timing on that. Plus, wind chill factors in the 20s. and snow flurries on Sunday. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Ooh, big changes. Okay, Steve, thank you. Well, police say 2 members of the UMD football team shot an airsoft gun at students on campus. The 2 players are accused of driving around campus earlier this month and hitting 3 people with this BB-type gun. Tom Rousey is live now with the latest on this. Tom?
Yeah, Allison, you know, when fans arrived at the football stadium on Saturday for a game with Ohio State, many of them learned after arriving here that several players had been suspended, but they weren't told exactly why. Well, now we know allegations involving driving around campus, shooting students with a BB gun, including one incident that happened near a dorm right across the street from the football stadium. Freshman running back Lorenzo Harrison already made a name for himself this season. He's second on the team in rushing and scored more touchdowns than any other Terp running back. But now it's unclear if or when he and fellow freshman and wide receiver DJ Turner play again. Both are facing 7 criminal charges after allegedly driving